You are listening to the Global Psychosis Network.
Global Psychosis Entertainment presents the Jimbo Trashy Podcast.
Everything is a conspiracy. Everything is a
Bada 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 boom.
Where you from?
Bada 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 boom. Bada 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 boom. Bada 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 boom.
It's the Jimbo Trashy Podcast,
Bada bada boom.
where everything is a conspiracy. Even you are a conspiracy.
Me?
I am your host, Jimbo Trashy. Tonight my guests are Green One and Radican.
Holla.
How you guys doing tonight?
I'm alright.
I'm alright. Just drinking beer, root beer.
You silly bastard.
I'm sipping on a Heineken right now.
I'm sipping on a Steel Reserve.
Yeah, I talked Radican into getting a Steel Reserve at the liquor store earlier.
Hey, you dick.
How are you feeling about that one right now?
How am I feeling about that?
Was it a good decision?
How do you feel when someone tells you to get into your car in your garage and put a hose from your exhaust pipe into your window and close everything else and just breathe? You know, that's not.
Is it that bad?
No, it's not.
I'm sorry, it's
I actually like it.
It's the best
high
bang for your
gravity.
buck, dude.
High gravity. You know?
Yeah. I feel like I am high up into the gravitational walls of the earth. I mean, that's how I feel.
I mean, like I said, it's the best bang for your buck. I mean, it's definitely gonna probably give you a hangover, a slight one.
No, I don't get hangovers from shit like this. I don't get hangovers from. Maybe some Moscato, but you know.
Moscato.
No, I don't get hangovers from Moscato. I ain't a bitch. Come on.
I mean, I don't know. I've had like 2 tall cans of that shit, and the next morning I just feel like I fucking pounded a bottle of tequila.
No. I willingly got an OE when I came over here. Remember that? And then you convinced me that Steel. But I'm convinced that the OE is actually more tough than the Steel Reserve is.
Oh,
Really?
for sure. And freshman year, I used to carry 3 oldies in my backpack to every party.
I remember that.
I was known for it.
Yeah, I know. I remember
3
that.
oldies.
Yeah.
Blue Bacardi Breezer.
You'd be walking up like clangity clang, yeah. And I'd be like, can I get one of those? Yeah. And you'd be like, no, I'm
No.
gonna drink them all.
That's right. I'm getting drunk.
So for the listeners at home, we have Radican, who's a rapper. You guys, you've been on the podcast before, they know that. But
Shit,
Green
better.
One, you're also you're a producer,
Yep.
and you also play instruments.
Yes,
right?
yes. I got a bunch of synthesizers that I'm in love with, and I do a lot of production, and I do guitar, indie music, hip hop, whatever. I like it all.
How did you get started, or how long ago did you start?
About
Sorry.
I'd say about 10 years ago I got into it. Started with getting first version of Reason, and then it just kind of went from there. Now it just it exploded.
Reason's a good program.
It exploded,
So guitar was like the first instrument you picked up, or just start
synthesizer.
synthesizers? Okay.
Yeah, and I've just recently learned guitar in the last few years, so still learning.
Okay.
Still learning.
I remember when Green One used to sit there right on the river, one little leg swinging in the water, pant leg pulled up, sock off, the other shoe was on, sitting up on the dirt. And he'd be like playing the, it wasn't even a guitar then, it was a banjo. And he'd be like, ding, 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 ding,
It ain't easy
ding.
being
You ever heard
green.
of Beck?
It ain't easy
You ever heard
being
of Beck?
green.
He inspired Beck.
Yeah.
He was like, dang, diddy, dang, diddy, dang, diddy, dang, diddy, diddy, dang, diddy, dang. He
That sounds
made
like Kid
up.
Rock,
He
dude.
made that up. No, that Kid.
Boom, doo boom.
You're talking like
dum,
four.
dum, da-da-da-dum.
You're talking 4th generation right now.
I mean, Beck Modern Guild album, the shit. Just to let you know.
I can definitely see you definitely have like a Beck vibe. I can see it. If someone
Just give
said,
him a yeah.
I mean, without even listening to your music, if you just said I do music, like I think the
You'd be
automatic
like,
impression
"Do you do
that people
Beck?"
would get is like he's kind of like a Beck looking guy.
He's kind of like a Beck.
Like
yeah.
you do something kind of like Beck. Like I always get like, oh, you're kind of like like a Pantera kind of dude, or
Yeah, you do. You get that. Yeah, I
can
get
see
that
it.
from you.
I can see it.
But what I see is he's kind of like what a Beck wants to be. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah.
Beck
And
is
you're-
aspiring.
And you're kind of like Pantera, but you're a little more like Danzig. Like you're kind of sitting there going, "Mother, tell your children not to walk my way." You know what I'm saying?
I can see that.
Yeah,
I never-
that's what I see when I see.
I used to get the ICP reference when I was painting my face. That's why I had to cut that out.
Remember when you painted your face when we did our show?
Yeah.
That was fun.
Face painting?
Yeah, he face painted.
I did the face paint for a while, and then I was never an ICP fan. So if I was an ICP fan, I would have been like, yeah, dude, definitely, that's what inspired me. But they never inspired me. They just happened to be doing their own thing, which was similar to mine. And I just realized it wasn't. I mean, it was good for what it was at the time, but it's just not me anymore.
You were ghost riding the whip. What can you say?
I had blue Liberty specs, no forgiveness for that,
No, we all have our regrets.
So, Green One, how long have you been producing music?
Like about the same, about 10 years.
So, okay, so as soon as you started doing music,
I got into production was like my thing because I'm in a little band with my buddy called Hologram Parsons, which is a takeoff of Graham Parsons, who's my favorite country artist. But
that's good.
So we call ourselves Hologram Parsons. We do a little play on words. Our album's called Life in Prism. But yeah, my friend is more of the writer, and I do more of the production and synth and drum machine kind of stuff. And
it's still an active thing that you're doing right now?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
No, they're good. They're good.
Now, if somebody wanted to check out Hologram Parsons, where would we find it?
SoundCloud, just search in Hologram Parsons, and there's Hologram HOLOGRAM Parsons, and it'll be on there about 5 or 6 songs.
Okay, so check it out on SoundCloud, guys.
Or you could stand up off of your computer chair, turn around, put both hands out straight, close your eyes really tight, summon a hologram, and ask it where to find the shit. You can do that.
Yeah, Graham Parsons.
That is possible.
That's the
noise it'll make.
Graham Parsons died of a heroin overdose in 1973 or 4, I believe.
Yeah.
Dude, how come everyone I've ever looked up to has either died or tried heroin? You know
I mean, Keith Richards was his buddy. They were hanging out, and then they kicked it together, him and Keith Richards, and then Graham decided to do his old shot and died up in Joshua Tree. So there's a hotel room in Joshua Tree that's still named. They didn't change it since he died. It's the same stuff that was in the room. It's pretty crazy.
I've never done heroin in Joshua Tree, but I have done shrooms there. And let me tell you,
it's a crazy place.
Yeah, if there was heroin while I was on those shrooms, I would have done it.
True story. When I first got into music, it's because Kurt Cobain committed suicide, and I heard about his name in the papers and shit, or on the news. And I ended up listening to him after that, and like, oh, Nirvana, cool, But he's the one that got me to want to even record music.
Really?
And it's because he committed suicide is what got me to even notice who he was.
You're fucking crazy, bro.
Wait, you weren't feeling the Nirvana back then?
No, I was totally feeling Nirvana. I was just trying to make you look crazy.
Never mind.
No, I'd love that. I'm saying, kidding me? I showed my younger brother. I fucked my younger brother up mentally because I love that.
They just reissued the 10-year anniversary of Nevermind. So
oh yeah,
just came out. It's pretty good. They give you a little bonus shit and everything.
If I were to say right now, sing a Nirvana song, quick, do it. What would you sing? Do it.
Probably Come As You Are.
Do it, go, quick.
I can't do his voice.
Quick,
dude.
no, just do anything. Do it now.
I probably
Come as you are.
That guy's got a unique voice. I can't even attempt it, dude.
As you song be.
Rape me.
Yeah, right?
So you guys are doing a project together yourself now.
Yes, we are.
A collaboration here. It's called Severed Mafia.
How
did this all come about?
Well, they see back in the day in high school, we were both into the graffiti,
Yes,
and,
we love that stuff.
My name was Mafia, my graffiti name. And,
my name was Sever.
So we decided to make our little thing called Severed Mafia. So I make the beats, and Sever over here, or Radican, whatever you want to call him,
I be kicking the flowers.
He be making the the raps, the raps and the craps.
I do that.
And it's pretty damn good. It'll be out here soon, and we'll put it up on SoundCloud. We'll let you know.
Yeah.
What's the musical approach here on this now?
Well, it's a little take on my style, which is a little more indie synthy, and with his rapping. It sounds pretty cool. It's a little different take. It's kind of Y-ish in a way, because there's a lot of guitars in some of them, but it's mostly synthy. And it's different than what you'd expect. It's pretty underground. It's cool.
It's underground, and from my perception, it's like he makes a lot of like synthy, like indie, like he makes indie music and shit
with rap beats.
And he had beats that he just wasn't using. He was like, "Hey, check this shit out," and I was like, "Okay, cool, let's do it." And then we actually went down to his pad to try to like make. We were thinking about making like a spoof on like rap music these days. Everyone's trying to be so fucking hard, so we were gonna be like
90s rap all over again, but it turned into something better.
Yeah, but then we just got fucked up and never made a beat. But he had beats, he had indie beats, and I was like, hey, you know what? I can rip to this shit. So
Because I like using hip hop drums with my indie beats. So
Because he's got a mad hip hop fluence. I mean, back when we were younger, back in the day in high school and shit, I mean,
yeah, it was
that's
Three Melancholy
all we
Gypsies.
listened to.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, all that stuff.
Living Legends, right? You know,
all
Black
over.
Alicious, boom.
AWOL 1, you know.
AWOL 1 rhythm. Rhythm.
Bono.
So
No.
good. So good. And yeah, we just, I
that's
mean,
where
like,
we
I
at.
was just like, dude, just put these fucking beats on a, you know, USB drive and let me slide them on into the vagina of my computer and fuck the shit out of it. And then maybe we can make a baby of good music. That's what I was thinking, you know?
And so far we've got about 3 babies, you know.
Yeah,
I
we
think
do.
we're looking
We
to
do.
make a big family to farm the land.
And we
you know?
conceived. Yeah.
Are you guys looking to do like an EP or a full length?
I think so far we're at.
We're looking for legacy, I think.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go full length because we already have enough for an EP. I think so. I think we'd go full length.
Yeah, full length, probably, yeah.
We'll come out with a teaser EP. I think.
Maybe a teaser EP with the
That's
whacker
cool.
shit. Not that anything's really whack.
Now,
But-
Radican, with this Severed Mafia project you're doing, is there anything that you would say differently towards your writing method for this, or is it the same flow kind of, but just more with his music production behind it?
I think honestly, I mean, like it has to do with the beats. Like sometimes the beats inspire me to just be like writing like a free write, just letting you know who I am, what my brain does, and just bada bada bing bada boom, you know.
Yeah, just letting
And-
the beat
letting the beat-
make the song.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I do that. You know, it's like it's like more written on an emotion base. You know, but then like I started off. I'm like, what does this beat make me feel like? It makes me feel like this. It makes me feel like, you know, I want to fuck somebody up. So I'm just gonna write a whole song about like that emotion, like fucking somebody up. I might not talk about fucking someone up the whole time, but I will maintain that emotion. Yeah.
Get subtle about it.
But some of the songs inspire me to be like super creative and shit, and I'm like, oh, I'm like, damn, like this beat makes me want to tell a story, and on that beat I'll just tell a story, you know. And I mean, some of them may never be released. Who knows, you know?
Yeah, because they're definitely not traditional hip hop beats.
No, hell no.
Definitely not. They're more.
But this is not a traditional time. This
Exactly.
is I mean,
Exactly.
we don't even know if we're gonna live past what's today?
Oh yeah, tomorrow.
Tomorrow's the 21st.
We might
Yeah.
all die tomorrow.
We might all die. We might all die.
Could be the
So-
end of the world.
So not like I give a fuck, man. We might all die tomorrow, right? And shit. But
But
you
who
know.
believes the minds?
But either way, I mean, I believe we're gonna live, and my whole vibe is that whether or not the Mayans were correct about the end of the world, they were correct about a change in the world, and there's a change happening right now. So I'm not trying to fucking tell you what my shit is. I'm trying to tell you that my shit is a change. It's for that next part. It's for that part that the Mayans couldn't predict. It's the sick shit that you need next year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's ahead of its time.
How do you follow up on that? You know,
It's,
How do-
it's
you're right. How
ahead
do
of
you
its
follow
time.
up? It's
ahead of-
fact. I mean, it's just beautiful. It's
yeah,
beautiful.
It's ahead of its time, I think.
Mm-hmm.
so as far as for next year, Radican, what is your goal musically? I mean, are you wanting to release a full length album plus another album on your own, or are you trying to do maybe just a mixtape or?
I'm thinking something along the lines of like Lady Gaga. 2 years ago.
So you're gonna wear some weird outfits? and shit?
No. I mean, I might wear meat.
Like pop album.
I like
A
meat.
meat dress.
I might wear meat, but if I go to the Grammys in meat, I might eat it all off me before I get there, and then I'll be naked. And how awkward will
Prosciutto.
that be?
Prosciutto all over you. I would eat the whole thing.
Prosciutto. Oh, I love prosciutto.
Now you should wear
yeah.
a meat suit, and then you should hire some hookers to eat it off you, dude.
Oh,
No,
man.
fuck them. I ain't sharing with no hooker. Come on, I mean, I'm gonna have my meat cooked to perfection, like Korean
Yeah.
barbecue.
Oh man, like
you know?
like carne asada.
Now, if you wear
Oh my
if
God.
you wear a meat suit,
Korean-
do you do it
Carne
medium rare
asada
or do you do it well done?
If I had Karina Williams, that's not even a word. If I had carne asada all over my body, seriously, like, you better back the fuck up.
You
because I'm
pull a
gonna eat that
Marilyn
shit.
Manson, you know? You'd pull out a rib and just get down there and eat it all, you know?
It'd be like one.
Hey guys, we have to go to a commercial break. So we'll be right back on the Jimbo Trashy Podcast, where everything is a conspiracy.
Is a conspiracy.
Even you
Everything
are a conspiracy.
is a conspiracy.
Everything is a conspiracy. Everything is a conspiracy. everything is a conspiracy.
You are listening to the Global Psychosis Network.
Welcome back to the Jimbo Trashy Podcast. So, anyways, Radican, I was asking you earlier, what's your plans for 2013 as far as, I know you wanted to do the Severed Mafia project, but are you also planning to do a Radican project, or, I mean, what's on the agenda here?
I mean, seriously, like, I'm just trying to do some shit. Like, so I'm hitting up all my, I used to do shit. I was very involved for a minute back there, and then I decided, like, ooh, you know what, like, I can't base my life on this shit. I better find a plan so that I can be stable and shit. So I went to college, did the whole college thing, you know, graduated with Dean's honor and all that. Right? All that shit. And where did that get me?
Very proud.
Broke as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So now, I mean, I'm still handling that shit. I'm still in that world.
How did we get back together, Sever? How did we get back together?
Drugs?
Methadone.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I mean,
we know a doc.
Who will give you, if you are too fucked up on opiates, you can be on methadone for $10 a month.
It's the
best.
Why not? It's the best.
Yeah, why not? Why not trade in your $2,000 monthly habit for $10 a month, right? That's what changed my life. Yeah,
and it's equivalent as far as the effect of this.
Nah,
not effect, but it.
I mean, it's not as punchy. Boom.
It's like some swag weed compared to chronic.
No. It does what it needs to do.
It does what it needs to do. When you get to the point that like me and Mafia got to, you know what I'm saying?
We weren't getting high anyway.
We were just trying to function. Yeah. I'm just out here trying to function is what I was trying to say.
We were to the point where, we were taking oxys or whatever, and it was just to not get sick.
Exactly. It was just to be able to get out of bed. And it was just to not go to work and just be like, you motherfuckers say one wrong thing, I will fucking kill you. And guess what? I like you. I like you a lot. I like your family. But motherfuckers say the wrong shit, I will kill you right now. Methadone made me a nice guy. You know?
And
I'm off it now, actually.
Saved me a lot from, yeah, I'm proud of you.
That sounds horrible, dude.
Very proud of you.
Which part sounds horrible?
Just being on that shit.
No.
Methadone was the best.
Methadone was great.
Methadone changed my life.
No, but I'm saying like the whole just not to be sick, you know?
Oh,
Well, that was the other drug, you know? That was the Oxycontin.
That was why we got to methadone.
Yeah, that was the Oxycontin, the Vicodin, the Percocets, you know, the lower sets, everything else under the sun. I mean, they were great. I loved them. I loved them to death so much that I didn't think that I was convinced that I was just going to do it forever. I mean, fuck it. Got to figure out a way to be able to do this financially.
Exactly,
forever,
but it was literally like $500, $600 a week, and at least.
God
so,
damn.
He's not fucking around. When I was making fucking $700 a week for a minute there when I was an event coordinator.
Me too, and I had $100 left a week maybe.
I was living at my friend's house, and my friend's, like, his parents owned it. I was paying $500 a month. I was making $700 a week, bringing it in. Not, I mean, that's the money that I put into my pocket. I had to move back home. You know?
Yeah.
I had to move back home, and then when I moved back home, I had to borrow money and shit from my unemployed mom.
Yep.
And that doesn't feel good. You know what I mean? Like,
I had to work out ways where I could, like, sell some and get some. And it sucked.
Yeah, I started selling fucking weed, coke. I started doing everything. And then I started realizing that meth was cheaper, and that would get me by for a couple days, but I still never liked it like I like my opiates.
Yeah, and you still get sick.
Yeah. And then I get crazier, too. Like, I could function. I could be out there trying to function on my opiates. I could go to work. I mean, the thing about, though, like, me, like, everyone's like, oh, you're an addict, and whatever. Maybe I'm alcoholic, maybe I'm addict, but fuck you, whatever. So, the thing was with the opiates, I could actually go to work every day. No matter, I could go anywhere.
Be normal.
Be normal. Everyone would love me.
And that's the problem with opiates. You can take them, and you can totally function, and all of a sudden your tolerance gets so high that you're fucked.
Yeah. But then I started going with cheaper drugs, too, like Adderall, meth, shit like that. And then people started noticing shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because you just cannot function on that kind of shit. So like, I'd be there, they'd be like, man, like, are you on drugs and shit? I'd be like,
no.
Like, I have ADD, all right? I have ADD. My doctor prescribes me with Adderall. He gives me a high dosage because I can't focus. Why are you fucking prying into my insecurities right now, Meanwhile, like, my doctor prescribed me, like, 2 Adderall a day at 30 milligrams, and I was taking fucking 8 to 9 to 10 to 12, And I'm not even fucking with you right now. I literally would take, like, 12 a day. Boom! And then when I ran out, I would just go buy some meth. You know what I'm saying? But
bad times.
No, I mean, I had a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
It ruined all my relationships with my family and the girlfriend.
Does anyone have one good story about, I did meth, and then next thing you know, I graduated college, and then...
Oh, yeah.
Are you kidding me? I would not have graduated college without meth and fucking Adderall.
I was, all through high school, junior, senior year, I was tweaking every day, and I still got a 3.85. So, yeah.
It's definitely going to put you in that mindset to, I got to do it,
You got to have the right mind control.
Well, a lot of the people I knew just dropped out of high school. That were on it.
Me too, yeah.
I mean, and, a lot of people went to jail. I mean, certain people don't know how to deal with it.
I'm one of those people, kind of, like, I'm not on the super, there's people that can do certain drugs, and, like, they'll just do them, and they won't do them again for a month or whatever. And there's certain people that will do some drugs, and then they'll be like, God damn, that shit is the shit. I'm gonna do this shit every day. And they'll do that shit every day. And then there's people like me and Mafia. And we're the kind of people that hover in the middle ground, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're in purgatory with the, narcotics. And I'll be like, like, this shit is good and shit, and I know it's bad and all, but I could do it right now. And then I get kind of caught up, but never too caught up. But only caught up enough to where I can still look like I'm an A-class citizen.
Yeah,
I always feel like
the only thing is, though, I'll tell you something. I've done everything. Opiates,
you done more.
The worst.
The worst.
The worst. Do never.
Because they're physically addicting,
Exactly. I mean, I never thought that because I used to be addicted. I thought I was addicted to speed, but I wasn't, because I could stop for a day and eat, and I'd be fine. Thought I was addicted to coke. Stop for a day and eat. Be
fine.
But opiates.
Stop for a day and shake in your bed and fall
shit
on the
all
fucking
over the place,
floor and
throw up.
Start drooling and shit, right? I mean, that shit is fucked up, dude.
And
it's
it lasts
some
like a
man-made
week.
bullshit.
Maybe not that drug, but I always felt with drugs that aren't physically addicting, the ones that you just like to do a lot, you have those people that ruin their lives over it. I feel like those are people that just didn't have passion for anything else. Like, we have passion for music.
Exactly. Music.
It's just a tool
Exactly.
to get that creativity going.
Definitely. That's exactly why I used to do all that stuff. And some of the best stuff I've made, some of the best beats we're going to be using were made while I was super high.
Oh, me too. Some of the best rhymes I've written, yeah.
Now, as far as your musical content for this album, or like lyrical content, what are you looking at as far as what's the motif? What's the theme?
I mean, for me personally, honestly, like I've gotten to a point, like I went through some phases, you know, when I started off in the game and shit, it was just like, oh, let me just see if I can rap, if I can do anything, you know what I mean? Like I was just trying to rap and people fucking thought it was cool and I was cool. And then I got on to a little bit to where I knew I was good. And I had ideas I want to spit, huh?
You are good.
Thank you. And then I got to a point, though. I went through this phase where it was like, fuck, I'm getting a little older. I'm like 24, 25. Like, people expect me to be good. I gotta be delivering the shit that makes me look good, you know what I mean? So I started trying to fucking go for this whole, like, you know, like, I don't know, I was faking the funk a little bit. I was on a lot of drugs at the time, you know what I mean? So it didn't give a fuck to me. I mean, right now when I look at it, I'm like, yeah, you fucking frontin' faggot, right?
Faking the funk like how?
Like, I mean, not that I was faking anything, because I was doing everything that
you were
I said.
just, like,
I mean, I talked about, like, stealing shit. I was stealing shit. I talked about fucking people up. I was fucking people up. I was talking to, I was a crazy motherfucker.
So faking it like you were proud of it when you weren't then?
Yeah, faking more, trying to more like tell people like this is what you should do, when that's not really what I believe. I wasn't happy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
Now I'm happy.
Yeah, me too, man.
I'm happy, you know?
Methadone changed my life.
I'll still fuck somebody up, you know what I mean? I'll still talk about it. I'll still fuck. And you know what? Guess what, too? I will still steal something, because guess what? I'm a Peter Pan motherfucker, and that's how I believe. And I'll still do that. But I don't really, you know what? I feel like I am just looking like a fool right now, but because I sound like I'm just like, you didn't change at all, you dumb fuck. But I did, though. It's toned down a bit. Before it was just like, I'll fucking fuck you up, I'll stab you in your neck with a motherfucking knife, take your wallet, bitch, buy myself a steak dinner with your mommy. You know what I mean? But like now I'm just like, no, I won't stab you. You know?
I'll ask if I can stab you first.
Unless you deserve it. You know
Do you mind?
Like,
do you mind if I stab you?
No, I mean, I'm still the same aggressive, dumb, fucking, I'll rob you kind of fucking guy, but it's like, only if you fuck with me, you know what I mean? Like, if you're a good person, hey, we're cool, we can have dinner together, we're good, we're happy, we're friends. But if you fuck with me, you know what I mean? I'll still stab you in your neck, take your wallet, and buy a steak dinner with your mom. So I guess I'm not that much different.
At least you're taking out their mom, though.
During my
that's a gentlemanly
right?
thing to do.
I'm a gentleman. There's no question about that.
During my bad years of when I was really heavily into graffiti, I hung out with, you know, like really big crews in LA, like, you know, like CTF, TKO. And
I was from FOS.
Yeah, and I mean, I would see some crazy shit. I'm not a fighter, you know what I mean? I seen some guys get stabbed in the face. I seen somebody, you know, like, people were carrying guns in their socks in my car, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? You know, and it was a bad time.
I actually stabbed one of your friends in the chest, but you don't know that it was me, and we shouldn't talk about it on air. But I really did.
Let's do a song together, though.
Actually, I could probably isn't even one of my friends, so.
I don't know if he was your friend. You might not have liked him, but he went to your school.
Oh, well, I probably didn't like him.
Faggot.
I didn't know many of...
Not you.
Yeah, thanks. Homo.
So
me, right?
when you stabbed him, did you just go straight in, or did you twist and turn?
Oh, did you stab him in the butt? You stabbed him in the butt?
No, I stabbed him to the chest.
Who?
No, it was an impulse thing.
Wait, does he have a
I was
nickname?
getting jumped. He jumped. He climbed up on top of me.
What's his first name?
His first name is Steven Juarez.
And on that note, guys,
he fell on a screwdriver.
we'll be right back on the Jimbo Trashy Podcast.
Everything is a conspiracy.
Everything is a conspiracy.
Check out the latest sounds from the occult experimental rock project, Elvis on Acid, with their second album release, Prehistoric Psychonaut.
With historic obligations, we've come so far. We're cutting away the spiritual line. Consolation, they don't care who you are. You're damning us to hell, it's written in the stars.
Follow Elvis on Acid on Twitter @Elvis on Acid. Go to youtube.com/Elvis on Acid to hear the latest. Global Psychosis Entertainment, Dark Jam Records, and Elvis on Acid are not responsible for any violent revolutions, drug overdoses, or attempted suicides that may occur after listening.
Loyalty to the royalty. The fallen eagle sing divine right of kings.
This ad has been brought to you by Global Psychosis Entertainment and Dark Jam Records. Copyright 2012.